to advantage. Alright, so here you can see, once again, we just knocked him down. So his endurance hasn't gone up, guys. Look at that. Boom. Knocked down. Alright. All of chaos and talent. Intro, in-depth guide, and walkthrough. And I hope you guys are satisfied. Bam! What's up, guys? Patches dropped. Hall of Chaos is here. Talents are here. We're going to check it out. I have already run through it on my AU account a little bit, so I can get a somewhat of an idea on how it works properly for us. So now we're going to run through it quickly on my global account, alright? So let's jump on in, shall we? Now, I'm not going to cover the other events and stuff like that, because this is going to be specifically an in-depth guide about actually, related to the actual Hall of Chaos for us, alright? And there will be visual guides at the end of the video as well, the ones that were uploaded to like the event page and stuff like that. Just in case they ever disappear, they're always going to be here in the video for your reference, alright guys? Now, as soon as we jump in, we could see that big floating head, right? That is important. That is our ticket. Ooh, I better get rid of that. And that. That is our ticket into the Hall of Chaos, alright guys? So just give me a second while I collect all this jazz. And there we go. Nice, easy daily login rewards. Can't leave them sitting there, alright guys? Now, before we jump straight into Hall of Chaos, let's take a look at the talents. You can see it down here in the bottom of the screen. Alright, so I'll click on there. Nice little unlock. So unlocks at level 10, unlocks at level of, I think it said 15. Alright, so Callie, this time it's about talents. Talents are what make you stronger as a portal master. Power up talents to gain increased stats in adventures and duels. Now I'm not sure what these two are going to be. However, these two, I like it. I am excited to see what these two locked-ons turn into. So yes, let's talk about the adventure talents first. You can learn talents for each element. Learn a talent and power it up to gain increased stats. There we go. You'll be needing cubes to power up talents, which is what you find in the Hall of Chaos, alright guys? Yeah, there you go. Cubes can be acquired in the Chaos Dungeon. I look forward to meeting you after you power up your talents. And that's about as much explanation as we get. Now, when we do power these up, which we'll come back to this and I'll show you, right? When we power these up, it goes, so right here it says you haven't learned this talent, right? And then it goes attack plus 15 in adventures and challenges for life element dungeon, right? So that's for this. So we have life, water, fire, air, undead. Yeah, sorry. Life, earth, water tech, fire magic, air undead, and then light and dark, right? So that's my bad there. Anyways, when you learn these talents, so the first level, so level 1 is plus 15. Now I'm not sure on the exactly just how many levels there are. There's probably 5 or 10 based on our previous experience. We will find that out quite soon as we all like level them up. And maybe I'll come back and remake an update video for the guide. However, I probably won't need to. But yeah, so there are multiple levels, guys. So it'll go like plus 15, plus 30, etc. All right, and it seems to be flat. It's not percentage based, it's all flat. It is going to help out a lot for your early progression if you jump into this as soon as you can. All right, because these extra stats are going to help out a lot for those particular Skylanders. The ones I would recommend at first, Fire Magic, of course, Life Earth, and then probably come back for the others. Maybe Tech, because Boomer. But fire, life, and tech are pretty much what we want to go for early on. However, you're going to need quite a few cubes for that. Anyways, Alright, so you get talent points. Not 100% sure what they're going to be used for, if anything, later. However, when you level up one of these talents, you gain talent points. So maybe it's just a method of keeping track of just how many talents you've got unlocked in your tree. But I would like to think that they will eventually be used for something else as well. Anyways, Hall of Chaos time, guys. Now, I'm not going to cover the new villains in this video. If I do cover them, I'll make a specific video just for those three. That way we're not taking up I'm not trying to do too much in one video, all right? This one's specifically for the talents and the Hall of Chaos. Now, we found Chaos's hideout. This is Hall of Chaos. Chaos has been gathering its forces here. I heard this place rarely reveals itself when portals get unstable sometimes. You never know when or where this place shows up, and on top of that, disappears quickly as well. Let's take a peek inside. Now, I believe this is because you find the standard dungeons when you're farming scenario, which it should tell us that in a minute. Yes, here you go. There are two types of dungeons in the Hall of Chaos. First, the standard one can be found by chance in adventures. All right. So while you're farming your scenarios, now I don't know if the boss scenarios have that chance as well. However, like when you're like grinding out for say your food fight or broccoli guy pieces or just like boomer shard, like kaboom shards, boomer shards, etc. Right? Whichever Skylander you're grinding for, if you're just grinding for gold, as long as you're grinding in your scenarios, whichever shouldn't matter which stage, right? And it shouldn't matter which difficulty. There should be like a set chance of finding one of these standard chaos dungeons. All right, guys. You can enter a dungeon found by yourself. So if I was to find a dungeon, this My Dungeons section will fill up, all right? Which you will likely see when I clear a couple of these dungeons, and then the extreme dungeon will unlock for myself by clearing the standard dungeon, all right? Each dungeon has a limited capacity and it disappears after a certain time. So you can see there's like a little countdown timer here for Dag, These Nuts, Chromos, King Cooley. You can see how there's like a countdown timer for each of these dungeons that are freshly opened, right? And then you've got this entries, 5 out of 5. That means we've got 5 entrances per day for the standard dungeon. The extreme dungeon is 3, and we'll get back to that soon, alright? Defeat Chaos to get rewards corresponding to each dungeon's element. Earn Soul Stones of a Doom Raider at standard dungeons and Soul Stones of a Skylander at extreme dungeons. Very, very cool. Alright, so we can get the new villains in the standard dungeons, and you can actually get Nat 5s in the extreme dungeons, so hopefully we have an example there to show you soon. And yes, cubes of different elements you get to power up your talents. Extreme dungeons are found within standard dungeons. They also, they can also be discovered by a certain chance. Oh, well, there you go, sorry. They can also be discovered by a certain chance, and you find them in standard dungeons. There you go. Whereas like you have a good chance of unlocking them by raising your chaos level. All right. So extreme dungeons have much stronger villains, and you have to clear it within a given time. So it is time limited to 5 minutes. You have a 5-minute timer, I'm pretty sure. Each time Hall of Chaos has been cleared, your chaos level increases. Every 2 levels of chaos level grants you the entrance to an extreme dungeon. So there you go. So you have a chance of finding one, and then you can definitely get one after once you reach like 2 levels into your chaos XP. All right. The chaos gets weakly when your chaos level. Chaos gets weaker when your chaos level increases. Very handy. And then we can hit the info button here. Learn more about the Hall of Chaos here. When your dungeon ends, rewards are given based on number of participating friends. So this is if you find a dungeon and your friends join into that dungeon and participate, you'll get a gold reward. So you can see here, joined friends 1 to 5, 2,000 gold, 6 to 10, 4,000 gold, and so on. So if you have 21 to 30 friends all jump into that one dungeon, you'll get like 10,000 gold. Pretty sweet. I kind of like that. And then chaos level effect. Chaos gets weaker when your chaos level increases. If you find battles hard, raise your chaos level, which we will do by participating in the standard dungeons and the extreme dungeons as well, I'm pretty sure. As you guys can see here, we've got the effects. So like level 1, no effect. Level 3, decrease chaos's HP. Small on round 1, medium, and there's a large. So we'll jump into that, back into that in a second, right? There are advantageous elements for each dungeon. I reckon bringing a Skylander of an advantageous element, which means we will get, see this bonus element down here? So we've got Earth selected there. So Earth elemental Skylanders will get a 50% attack up, 50% defense boost, and 50% HP boost when we attack Chaos. with those specific elemental Skylanders. Alright guys? Alright, so they've thrown us into it now. So we'll jump back into info here. As you can see here, introduction, clear standard dungeons and discover extreme dungeons. Extreme dungeons can be discovered with a fixed chance when you defeat chaos in standard dungeons. You can get soul stones of your choice from extreme dungeons. A discovered dungeon is shared with your friends. Nice, simple. We covered that. And then of course, increase chaos level to earn more benefits. By increasing chaos level, you can weaken chaos and earn a chance to open extreme dungeons for free. So as your chaos level increases, again, every 2 levels they said, you will get an extreme dungeon found. And I believe there's also a chance when you're clearing the standard dungeons in general. Chaos level resets each month. So there you go. Increase chaos level to get more chances to enter the extreme dungeon. Nice, right? So you raise your chaos level, weaken chaos for the rest of the month. Very nice little synergy there. And then again, we've already covered the rewards. As you can see here, you get a nice clear picture of them here. So you know, 2,000 gold, 4,000 gold, 6,000 gold, 8,000 gold, 10,000 gold. Easy, easy, easy. And then here you can see the effects. So we go from like level 1, we've got no effect. And then we've got like, Chaos has 3 rounds, right? And we'll see, you'll see that when we jump into it, all right? So you can see we decreases HP on round 1, decreases HP on round 2, and decreases HP on round 3. All right, so this will make it, by raising your chaos level, it's going to make it a lot easier to actually get through each round for yourself and your team. And that's going to help a ton. Because, all right, when you earn points, all right, I'll tell you what, let's do the dungeon quickly first. So let's see who we want. Now I'm going to jump in and grab some gulper pieces, I think, right now. So yeah, I'm going to grab some gulper pieces. They require undead, because personally I'm going to build the gulper first. Alright, here we go. There he is. We have to stop him for the piece of Skylands. It would be very hard to fight chaos. Don't forget to bring as many Skylanders as possible. So see how they've got 2 tabs here? Pretty much the exact same thing as Mirage Tower, guys. You get 2 teams that you can bring, and collectively those 2 teams have to beat chaos. And yes, Chaos will come up with different abilities each round as he gets stronger as we progress. Tap the arrow to see info on each round. All right. Each round has different Chaos level effects. Check them before going after Chaos. Now you don't have to do that, obviously. Rewards vary with rounds for tracking down Chaos, so do your best to find them as many times as possible. Now, as you can see here, his skills for the first round, he's got unrecoverable, defense down, effect resist down, and then he's got like an AoE attack with lasers, and he removes debuffs. His next now the first round you don't have to worry about, alright? It's very, very easy to do the first round. You will always clear the first round unless you're like, I mean, you should always clear the first round, as long as you've got some sort of power rating going on, alright? I'm not sure how it's going to be for like brand new accounts. But as you can see here, he's only got about 21,000 power rating. So as long as you've started to progress, if you guys have followed the quickest progression guide in the first, and you can like do B7 on the first day, then you can definitely start Hall of Chaos on your first day. All right, as soon as you start getting those 5-star runes, easy. All right, guys. Now, as you can see here, he starts putting Diminish on you in the second round, which in the extreme dungeon can be quite deadly, all right? It's something you're going to want to watch out for. This Diminish here, Light Hex, we may find Light Hex to be very handy for this particular dungeon, all right, guys? As you can see here, he's also got Confusion. Defense and attack stat will be swapped when target uses skills of instantly attacking or healing. The target cannot resist this effect. Something and like another thing you really want to be watch out for here, all right? Because when your attack stat gets swapped on extreme difficulty or just regular difficulty, you're gonna have a bad time of actually finishing him in that round, all right? And you do want to finish him. obviously. Now, we do have corrosion ability here in the third round, which decreases your crit damage. All right. So crit damage and crit may not be the way to go for round 3 in Hall of Chaos because of this corrosion ability. All right, guys. It's irresistible, and it's going to decrease your damage by quite a lot. All right. Let's see. So he attacks people with a Traptanium Sword skill when attacks crit. Okay, so there you go. Traptanium Sword. Whoops. And then he's also got Horror, which means you can't evade or block his attacks. So he's always going to hit you. Alright, guys? Now, I think that only lasts for 1 round, but he will stack up more onto you. He attacks quite a lot. Alright, he gets a lot of turns. Alright, guys? And then, yeah, here you go. More corrosion. It doubles the corrosion count. Once again, removes all debuffs. So those are things to watch out for there. Again, this first particular round, you don't have to worry too much about it. Alright, guys? It's not really worth noting. As soon as you got your 5-star runes, or even your 4-star runes, the first round is cakewalk. Alright? So, let me equip just anyone, I guess. Let's go with Food Fight. Throw our Stealth Elf in here because I believe Undead is the recommended element for this at the moment. And as you can see, I've got Pit Boss, but I mean, we can go with Pit Boss. Alright, let's give that a shot. Now, the standard dungeons should be pretty solid in general. We should be fine clearing it without too many issues whatsoever. Alright, guys? Let's see, we'll stick with that. Chuck Boomer in there. Okay. Let's actually swap that out for his Missile Rain for a bit of energy synergy, and there we go. So that should be pretty sweet. As you guys can see, I've got a green number, which means our power is a lot higher than Chaos's. Now, I will let this run on auto for the most part. Let's see, Focus Boss. He doesn't really have anything to focus, is the thing, right? It's not that big of a deal. So there's our nice little crit, as you guys can see. He gets absolutely minced up in the first round. We're still using our 5-star runes here that we are using for B8. Because remember, we've now broken into B8, alright guys? And if your first team does die, you will immediately obviously swap over to your second team, just like Mirage Tower. The only problem that you might have is because he queues up so much and he attacks so much, he will, there's a good chance that as you're swapping in your second team, he's going to just follow up immediately with an attack on you, which can be a big problem, alright? As you guys can see, he's just absolutely scattered us with Diminish here. It's very dangerous to Diminish, so it's something to watch out for, guys, especially with the amount of turns that Chaos himself takes. As you can see, our attack and defense stats are swapped, and that's preventing us from killing him effectively. Alright, as you can see, he's about to take 2 more turns. He just gave us another 6 stacks of the debuff, and he's just constantly taking turns. So you can see how much of a hassle this could be on extreme dungeon difficulty. Alright guys? You will notice, however, how easy it is to knock him down. Look at his endurance getting absolutely destroyed by all of our team members, right? Oh boy. He does, however, knock you on your ass very easily himself. However, knockdown Skylanders are going to be very powerful in this dungeon, I think. I did use Snapshot on my AU account, and wow, was he effective. I believe that if you combined Lightning Rod with Snapshot, I don't think Chaos will really get much of a turn. Other than when he stands back up, he is a complete cakewalk in that case. So as you guys can see, bringing an elemental Skylander, a Skylander whose element is recommended and gets all those bonuses is going to be absolutely huge for you. Like, look at how many turns this guy's taking, right? He just spams you with attacks, which I believe is probably why. And as you can see, he just knocked us down again. Like, look at how many turns this guy takes. It's insane. Alright? We have full stacks, by the way. So we just knocked him down again. We got another heal. AI is going to get us killed because he's going to stand back up. But yeah. Let's see if we can get him finished with Pit Boss here. We may need to swap teams. I am waiting for Pit Boss to die so that we can nuke him like the last of his HP here. Alright, come on, man. I'll probably swap out Pit Boss for the next round. But as you guys can see, he was a lot more durable. Alright, now bombs are very handy in this particular fight. Alright, the bomb damage doesn't seem to get reduced much, if, well, at all really, because it's not having its crit damage decreased. And yeah, it's just, bomb damage seems to work very well in this because of the amount of turns that Chaos takes. If you can get your bombs on Chaos, really, really strong, really, really good, alright? Now, as you guys can see, we got 500 points, full points for our clear, and then we got 5 shards of our Gulper, and we got a couple of like air and undead cubes. We got those based on the recommended element to bring, it seems, alright? So if you're after the shards specifically, then you want to focus on the elements that are shown on the right here, alright? If you're after the villain, then go for that. Alright, so as you guys can see, fire magic, recommended life, you will get life and earth cubes. Alright guys? Now let's see, we will do a couple more here, so let me see. So it recommends that we bring air. Once again, I think I will just bring the regular units this time. So 1 second. So we're gonna go until let's see, let's bring Super Shot Elf so I can use a charge ability. But we will go until we unlock an extreme dungeon, and then we'll do an extreme dungeon as well, alright? Now where is, alright, so we want Boomer once again. And then we want, yeah, let's take Spitfire. He's not my hardest hitter. He does have a nice knockdown though. And I'm gonna bring the Eye Villain this time. And you see once again, I'm not bringing the elemental recommended. They do help a ton, guys. When I can, or if I can, I will do it. All right. However, because this particular account doesn't really have that many units built, I can't do that just yet. So I'm just taking who's ruined up right now. And it's a good example to say, hey guys, you can get away with this. So remember, this is the tricky one. Alright, this phase here is where we get Diminish. As you guys can also see. Oh, wow. So I5 just absolutely wrecked him. And we haven't been hit with any debuffs just yet. Wow. So there you go, guys. I5. Remember, I have been turning him up, and I thought, alright, he's going to be really good. But I wasn't expecting him to just absolutely mess up round 2 there. So here he goes again. Look at that. So if my I5 was skilled up, guys, that would have been a knockdown right there. And we did knock him down. But as you guys can see, we've had our crit damage reduced. This is where bombs would come in handy, so I guess round 3 bombs would be very nice. Round 2, nuking him with that crit damage would work out nicely too. Alright, so here we go. This is where he starts spamming us back. And we've knocked him down again. Like, you guys can see just how effective knockdown is here, right? He is a mage, alright? Yeah, he's a mage. I guess. He's just very squish. He gets knocked on his ass very easily. So do we, it seems. So any unit that can bring strength is going to be very valuable here, I think. As you guys can see, when he gets on a roll, he gets on a roll. Alright, so we're still in our butt. There we go. A little bit more damage there, just before the elf gets knocked down. See if we can get him with another knockdown. No, he is just going to spam attacks once again. So actually got our attack up, and we got a couple turns here. So he's on his ass, and he's down. See? The cleanup crew came through, nice and easy. So, like, I hope it helps to see it. Alright, guys? I hope it helps to see it. Alright, so I got a couple gulper pieces here. Very nice. Now, you do need, for each of these villains, you are going to need like 30 shards. Alright, guys? So on your first day, you can accumulate up to 25 of them, not including the chaos coin to redo the dungeon, which we will have a look at once we've done that. Now let's see. We're not quite there yet. I guess let's go with fire monsters. Let's get a couple of Chef Pepper Jack. All right. Fire monsters. Fire Skylanders, guys. Fire Skylanders. All right. Now where's that Spitfire hiding? I've like lost him, guys. There he is. All right. I'm not completely useless. I'm actually gonna throw Boomer in here again, once again, because he is such nice damage. And I guess it's again food fight and elf, just because they are very good at what they do. All right, I5 again. Nice, simple, effective. Let's go. So let's open up with these bombs. Get that attack up. As you guys can see, he just gets absolutely wrecked in the first round. Alright, guys? So open up with bombs. I mean, realistically, I should open up with my my Boomer's attack damage. But that's alright. Oof, Boomer's getting picked on. We are going to knock him down though. We have Spitfire. We have I5. Together, they're going to do so much. See that? Boom. Easy knockdown, guys. Easy knockdown. And then Kaboom's going to come in. Rain hell on him. Round 2 over. But you guys see what I mean though? So we can open up with the knockdown abilities. And boom. Look at that. I5 plus Spitfire's 1 knockdown skill, or endurance damage skill, instantly knocked him down. We haven't taken the debuffs yet. We are going to try and hit him again with that knockdown skill, and then I5 is going to come out, and we're going to try and pop him with that too. But like, you see that? We just absolutely minced his endurance there. We've almost got him. Nice and easy. Knockdown is super effective in the Hall of Chaos, alright guys? Alright, so we got another clear point here. We got 5 more pieces. Very nice, very nice. Now we've hit Chaos Level 2, acquired an open chance for Extreme Dungeons. So this is what we were waiting for. I do apologize it took so long, but I hope you guys learned a lot from that. Now we're going to jump over to the Extreme Dungeon. And now, well, I don't actually have to hit that, so I can just hit Open Extreme Dungeon from Standard Dungeon here, because it's just going to be sitting here waiting for us, alright? So let's hit it up, Open Extreme Dungeon, spend 1 chance to open Extreme Dungeon, separate from daily participation limit, okay. And we have unlocked Shadow Kingpin, very nice, guys. Yeah, and obviously you get Dark Cubes from it, very cool that we got that. Now let's see, who do we actually have unlocked here? Alright, very cool. We have a choice of all these Skylanders. You can see here we've got a Nat 5, So I'm actually going to go and grab some pit boss pieces here, and I'm going to show you guys something, all right? Now that we've got our extreme dungeon open, I want to show you guys how the point system works. Because you get like the more points that you earn, so the better you do, the further into the rounds that you get, plus while you're in those rounds, the more HP damage you do to Chaos, so the lower you get him before going on to the next round, you earn points, alright? So in the previous standard dungeon, we got full points. However, in the extreme dungeon, you will get shards based on how well you do. So based on the point system and how many points you get. Now, I'm not sure on the specific amount of points you need for each shard level. However, let's just jump into it and I'll show you guys. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have the undead monsters for this. So hopefully this will work out somewhat for us, all right? I am going to throw Enigma in here this time. I'm not going to use the bonus at all, so you guys are going to see me get absolutely minced in the second round, and just hopefully we do alright, alright? As you can see, the area floor has like changed, like the color and stuff, the effects. Pretty neat how they do that. Now let's hope that we can just crit our way through this nice and swiftly. Round one again, shouldn't be too much of a problem. You can see that we are glancing a lot more, however. Alright, so even now, like, we've glanced every hit already. Alright, guys. But, you see a normal hit, we still do decent damage. And again, knockdown. I have messed up here. I forgot to swap out my villain. That would have come in very handy, if I'd noticed. However, this is purely for showing you guys how this works. Alright? And I can only do this particular dungeon once. Alright? So, stealth. As you see, he's got a lot more HP. And that should... No, we got glanced again. I believe accuracy is going to be very important for future content, guys. As we can clearly see here, I think accuracy slot 2, or hit runes in general, are a lot more important than we give them credit for. And I've been saying this for a while. However, I think it really shows when you get into the later stages of the dungeons, and especially here, like right now, where we're just glancing most of our hits in the extreme dungeon. He seems to have very high, either I guess evasion, not as much for the block rate, but definitely evasion. Now you guys can see how hard that diminish is hitting, right? That's like 600 damage for each tick because we've got multiple on there. So I believe like a unit like Light Hex is going to be very good for the Hall of Chaos. Even just to bring in general, not necessarily like, so not necessarily for elements, but just to have there for the diminish immunity. Because as you guys can see, we are getting absolutely creamed in like our HP just got melted by that diminish, right? So he did just knock away like almost half of his endurance. He seems to have about 8 endurance. All right, so we got minced. Did not get him as low as I did on my AU account, but here's our point. So I only got 400 points here. So let's see how we did. All right, so I only get 4 shards for 400 points. Now, on the AU account, I scored about 700 points. I got him very low. I almost got him into phase 3, and I got 7 shards. Now, I'm not sure what you're going to get at 3 yet, because obviously I haven't full cleared it. But by the look of the amount that you get here, I'm guessing it's probably like either between 10 and 15 shards. You know, it may very well just be 10, like a straight up 10 for from 2 to 3, but I know that you probably get about 8 shards, just a flat 8 shards for clearing round 2. It may very well be 4 for each clear. So you might get 4 for round 1, 4 for round 2, and then 4 for round 3. I would like to think it's 15 because they do seem to like to keep it in those kind of intervals. But if it's 12, that's still really nice. It may just be 10. You may only get the 2 shards for the extra effort. We'll find out later. I'm just giving you guys kind of an idea on the amount at the moment. Now, let's see if we can use our elements here. Let's get an elemental advantage so I can show you guys. I do kind of want to do the Shadow Spitfire. All right, let's go for Super Shot Elf. I do need a couple more shards of her, so let's just do that for today. So obviously, I will take both of these. Now, I'm not going to take Stealth this time. We are going to take Super Shot though. So we have the charge. Where are we? Spitfire, and once again, Boomer, because my Boomer is well ruined as well. Now let's take our I5 again, since we have the knockdown, and let's go for it. This way I can show you guys a good example of different points means different amounts of pieces, alright? So let's get that charge going. Let's get Stealth Elf using her abilities so that she can crit. And then look at that, we got the knockdown. Nice quick first round, I hope. Yes, there you go. So nice, simple. You see the difference that it made bringing elemental advantage though, right guys? Like, it's very big difference. Oh no, our knockdowner got knocked the frig down. So here you go. We are going to suffer from, once again, the diminish. Hopefully food fight. Food fight's not quite ruined up correctly for this kind of fight just yet. Alright? Unfortunate, but he's just not. And I'm not going to pretend like he is. Oof. Oh, that hurt. Our poor Stealth Elf. But as you can see, guys, knockdown affects Chaos very, very easily, or quite a lot. A lot. We just knocked it down again. Like, I love this. I love how effective knockdown is in this raid. Alright, so we're probably going to lose food fight here now. With the amount of spam. Ooh, kind of did it. As you see, we have gotten his HP down a lot more now. And let's just see what we can pull out of our booties with this little end bit. There we go, we knocked him down again. We are going to get some nice damage off here. Ooh, yeah, baby. Get that bomb out there. Now we are very close. However, I don't think we're going to get a follow through here. Ooh, we may get lucky. Diminish. We did knock him down again. Ooh, we may actually get him here. Round 2 over. Yes, there we go, guys. So the difference between using elemental advantage and not using elemental advantage. Alright, so here you can see, once again, we just knocked him down. So his endurance hasn't gone up, guys. Look at that. Boom. Knocked down, alright? The fact that we've got Spitfire and I5 here, look at how effective this is. So if we also had, obviously, more elemental advantage monsters for the dungeon, if he didn't like one-shot us. But again, that's an extreme dungeon. Now check out the points, guys. 878 points. And we are going to get 8 shards. So there you go. So if we'd scored about 700 points, we've got 7 shards. Because we've just gotten over round 2, we got 8 shards. So I'm hoping round 3 is another 8. Alright? Something we'll find out later, of course. Anyways, I think we've covered most of what there is to cover. The only thing left is the Chaos Coins, alright? Now, when you want to re-enter a stage, so let me see here. Here's another gulper. I'm going to cut, probably. I'll cut these 2 out, and then I'll jump straight to what we're doing here. Alright, so I need to select once again. Let's chuck them all in there, guys. Get our I5 in there again, because we love our knockdown, right? We love our knockdown. Whoops. Now where's our Spitfire? There he is. Again, now Chaos is always going to be like a neutral element. However, whoops, there we go. Could not spot him because I'm silly. So chaos is always a neutral element. It's just that the elements that you bring do better and they get bonuses and buffs. All right. So you don't have to fuss too much about like which element you bring unless it's the one that's getting the buff. All right, because you're not going to be disadvantaged to him, as far as I'm aware. All right, he's always neutral, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I could be wrong there. Like maybe he is getting a disadvantage to accuracy and evasion as well, based on the element that you bring. But at this point, as far as I can tell, it definitely just seems to be very neutral. And yeah, so you can just bring whoever you want. As you can see here, guys, I've been getting away with it. And remember, it's not my room quality, alright? I have gathered, I did actually get lucky, and I grabbed the slot 2 flat attack 6-star rune, and I have a 6-star slot 3. They're both strike, and Kaboom is now wearing those. Alright guys, so I have gotten lucky a little bit with yesterday's farm in B8. However, as you guys can see here, this is still the same stealth elf, the same food fight. We're rocking our 5-star runes. We're having a good time. And they are obviously clearing these. Alright, there's the knockdown. I do want Elf to actually take a turn here and try and get a crit. Because I would like to clear this quickly so that we can have a look at the Chaos coins, because that's about the only thing left to cover. So you guys can get like a good idea on how this all works, especially at this point in our progression. In terms of like where I'm going to place this though, I'm going to chuck the video at the start of the progression series. That way newbies jumping in can get a good idea on how the Chaos Dungeon works and what to focus on, what to bring. I think I5 here, if I5 was fully leveled up, he should be able to just absolutely knock Chaos down on his own. Because when you like skill up I5, he doubles the amount that he hits for, which means one attack from I5 is going to knock Chaos down. So personally, I want to build the Gulper villain right now. However, I will hit, let's see, I did a Chef Pepper Jack, so I'm going to hit, so I'm going to hit a Chompy Mage as well. That way I can do like a nice video on that as well. Alright, cool, we have them selected, let's go. Alright, so this is the last one, and then I'll be able to show you guys the, whoops. Come on, man. I was like, Stealth Elf's right there. Just let her do a thing. You need to use your charge ability. Knock him down. Or kill him, whichever. And there we go. Okay. Nice, another knockdown. Very, very effective, guys. Block, 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 block. I do like to see it. Well, sorry. I like to see it when it's done to me. I don't like to see it when it's, the boss blocking me, obviously. But yeah, so in terms of how to acquire your Chaos Coins, and what they're for. Chaos Coins are for taking another turn into the dungeon, right? So you can collect up your Chaos Coins, and then if you see like your friend has found another Chaos Dungeon and you want to enter that, but you've already used up your 5 entries for the day, or your 3 entries for the day, but we'll get into that. There we go, we got nice little 5 Chompy Mage pieces. The problem, okay, so the problem here is that um, they haven't actually told you how to get them. But the way to get your chaos coins, all right? So see how it now says 0 out of 5 entries. If I wanted to say jump in and do Chompy Mage again or Chef Pepper Jack, all right? So let's say we want to jump into Chompy Mage, enter. All right, use a chaos coin to enter once more. Yes, but we have 0. However, if I was to do it with the extreme dungeon, so let's jump in one more time so that I can show you guys this. So let's jump into my own dungeon. We'll fill out the roster. All right. Now where are you? There's our Spitfire again, our Boomer again. As you guys can see, once again, I'm just using these same Skylanders over and over right now because that's what I've got. When you can, you are going to want to fill out a full roster of elemental advantage Skylanders, or just knock them down. So I do want to show you guys this this other chaos coin that seems to exist. All right, come on, there we go. Get him knocked down, boy. Okay, nice and simple. Finish him off. There we go. So we're going to use our attack up. If we can knock him down. Oh no, Spitfire is so dead. Oh, didn't get him. That's alright though. This one here I'm not fussing too much over, guys. As you can see, the difference between elemental advantage and not having elemental advantage right here, guys. Less damage, less HP, and you see how we got swapped and he instantly attacked us. Right, really good example right there of how when your team gets swapped around, the guy can instantly attack and all of a sudden, like, look at that, we've lost like half our HP because of the amount of damage that we've taken. I mean, just because of that turn swap, we lost half the HP on our second team. All right, there's a knockdown again. However, I don't think we're gonna get him here. All right. However, as you guys can see, we will wait for him to finish us, and then we'll move on. And I can show you guys the chaos coin. All right. Ooh, we're actually not doing too bad here. You can see how effective that knockdown is every time. It's unfortunate that we didn't get him like just after he'd stood up there. We got him like kind of in between him standing up. There's confusion. And then it's just food fight. Again, very strong, very strong diminished damage. So you are going to want like a cleanse or to bring light hex in this particular case. Once again, you can see here, 5 shards for getting 500 points. So it's, I suppose, if we do it, if we think about it, it looks like it's every 100 points is another shard, I guess. That seems to be the way. So like, 500 points in the standard dungeon is 5 shards of the villain. 500 points in the extreme dungeon, 5 shards of the of the Skylander. So there you go, guys. Every 100 points confirmed. There we go. Every 100 points, 1 more shard. Now that we've had a proper look at it. All right. So now we've got 0 out of 5 for the standard dungeon. Oh no, okay, so we do have 1 more here. Once again, standard dungeon, chaos coin. All right, who do I want to hit? Who do I want to hit? Let's hit up Dino Rain. Once again, let's open with Food Fight this time and Stealth Elf. They're not going to do too well, obviously. We are going to get minced. You know what, let's bring let's not bring charge this time. Let's bring our attack down ability, Spitfire, and once again Boomer, just because Boomer does hit so hard when he hits. And there we go. Now we actually, if you notice, the number is green again. We actually like overpower him by quite a bit according to the power rating system. However, we are getting our booties kicked. And I believe this is once again completely due to not bringing elemental advantage. Alright guys? Once again, bam. Let's get this done. Oof. There's the knockdown. And that should be the finish. Ooh, almost. Bam. Got him. I didn't mean for Super Shot to take a turn there. Alright. Let's get that endurance damage in there. There we go. Nice and easy, guys. Doom Sharks. So again, bam. Nice little crit damage there. There goes Elf. Now we just wait for Food Fight and our second team take the hit. So what's weird about the so there's a little something weird about the other Chaos coin, which is what I want to show you guys. It's just that we have to get through this before I can show you. So anyone that's like, I've decided like I'm not going to cut it. I think anyone that decides to stick through and watch this whole video, champions, you are going to pick up a lot more, I think, by seeing via example, and that's kind of why I want to like leave it longer. For those of you who are still unsure about jumping in and they want to see it in action, well, here it is. All right, guys. You know, you can skip further ahead if you want to. Oof. That poor Spitfire is just chilling there. Oh, well. Poor Spitfire, just standing there doing nothing. Alright, so we should get 5 shards. There we go. 5 shards, guys. Nice and easy. 500 points, 5 shards. So 1 shard per 100 points. Nice and simple. And alright, so here we go. We finally used all our entries. Now you see here, once again, no entries left, spend Chaos Coin to enter. Okay, we don't have one. But if we go to Extreme Dungeon and we try to enter a dungeon, right? No entries left, spend Chaos Coin to enter. Notice how the art is different, right? So there's a different Chaos Coin by the looks of it, right? So we've got like a kind of like a, it's not glowing kind of Chaos Coin. And then we've got this glowing, or, you know, different colored, more vibrant kind of Chaos Coin that indicates that there are Extreme Dungeon Chaos Coins, I suppose. Or maybe that just means it's heroic quality Chaos Coin versus regular quality Chaos Coin. I can't seem to find any specific info on this particular Chaos Coin for the Extreme Dungeons right now. Maybe they'll be given out for an event. Maybe it's the regular Chaos Coin that can just be used for the Extreme Dungeons. I won't know until tomorrow. And the reason why is, if you guys want these Chaos Coins, you need to pop over to your missions. Alright? Come to Weekly, and here it is here. Alright? So you get 1 heroic Chaos Coin, right? But notice how the art is, it's not the vibrant one. It's like the regular kind of looking art. This is where you get your Chaos Coins, and all the information that I looked through and the updates and stuff, as far as I can tell, these can only be used if we go to our events and we go to, that's known issues, update notice. I think this is where it was. So we come down to the update notice here, right, guys? It says here, You can participate in a Friends Hall of Chaos up to 5 times for Standard and up to 3 times for Extreme. After the limit, you can spend Chaos Coins to enter more. Chaos Coins can be claimed from weekly missions and can only be used for a Standard dungeon, right? So, these weekly mission Chaos Coins, as you guys can see, we need to do it 10 times, so I'll find out tomorrow. However, it looks like these particular Chaos Coins can only be used for the Standard dungeon, and that there are other Chaos Coins for the Extreme dungeon, as it stands. We just don't know where to get them yet. Anyways, I think I've covered everything. This video is going to be quite long. I'm going to tack on the visual guide that Comtours has released at the end of the video here, just so there's even more information. And hopefully I've covered absolutely everything about the Chaos Dungeon and the talents right now. Oh wait, actually no I haven't. Sorry. Let's go to talents, guys. Back to talents. Look, we can learn talents now. I apologize. I almost forgot. That is my bad. As you guys can see, we now have the indicators to learn various talents. So let's go for attack. So let's go for more attack on our life elements, right? So I have a couple of cubes here. 2,000 gold. Let's go. So now I have a plus 15 attack in adventures and challenges for my Ife Elemental Skylanders. And now I upgrade it again. Now I have plus 31 attack. Very, very easy. Very simple. All right. Let's say water tech. Sorry, water and tech. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put my attack in. Because right now I need a bit of damage. And I believe for air, I'm using my undead Skylanders, right? So let's upgrade the HP on my pit boss. How about that? So 1, 2, 3, 101, which is going to jump up to 134. So if I got a couple more air and undead cubes, we'd be able to find out if that can go to plus 5 or not. Obviously, I'll probably find out by tomorrow or something if I do a couple of those. But we'll very quickly find out if it goes to plus 5 or plus 10. Hopefully it's plus 10. However, once again, with the track record that we've got for like the way the guild towers go, there's a good chance it's only plus 5, as well as the regular towers in general. So like everything out here, it only upgrades to like plus 5. See, 5, 5, 5, 1, 1. But as you can see, 5 for energy collector as well. Let me see, can this, I believe that caps at plus 5 as well. So everything seems to cap at plus 5. These statues cap at plus 5, the guild statues, alright. And so I believe the talents are also going to cap at plus 5. However, every little bit of stat helps. Every little bit of stat counts. Alright, guys. Anyways, that should cover everything. It's a very long video. And for anyone wondering, yes, 30,000 gems. Yes, I am pointing this out again. Level up your Skylanders, guys. Come in here, level these dudes up. This is our current roster. As you guys can see, I have, max leveled and powered up quite a few Skylanders. I don't have anyone under 3-star anymore. You get a lot of gems from it. Do your dailies, mission rewards, weekly rewards, invasion rewards, just general like arena awards, and leveling these Skylanders up. We haven't used our event rewards and let's see, so like maintenance rewards. All right. So as you can see here, we've got more, and the level up rewards, right? So like your level up rewards here as well. All right. Don't spend any of them. Just save, and then use them for refreshing energy only. Don't go in here and summon for your points. We are going to summon right now. Just a little bonus. Let's see what we get, guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, whirlwind. All right, no proc. We got a little shafted there because that could have been something really, really nice. But as you can see, we're at 3 out of 20 points. Just summon them if you want. I recommend saving them, use them for rune farming. Anyways, that is our Hall of Chaos and Talent intro, in-depth guide, and walkthrough. And I hope you guys are satisfied with that. I will catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, happy progress, guys. I hope that helped. Peace. Hey guys, I just wanted to point out that I messed up a little bit. I did miss one bit of information, a little bit of information here. The dungeons that you find, right? I forgot to point out that it says no entry limit, all right, on your dungeons. So if you find a dungeon, you should be able to enter it immediately. So obviously, when you find a dungeon, it's going to last for 3 hours, and then it's going to disappear, and then you'll be able to find another dungeon. So your standard dungeons, while you're farming, you should be able to continually enter those each day after one wears off. Like after the time runs out, you should be able to find another dungeon through your farming and enter it again straight away in the same day. Of course, that's limited. They last for 3 hours, so you'll be able to enter like maybe 4 a day if you're really intense. Don't stay up 24/7. All right, guys, get your sleep, have a bit of a rest. But yeah, I just wanted to tack that on there. I'm gonna clip this in, and yeah, good luck, guys, and have fun. Wah.